go through some stuff that I do occasionally, learn from online, learn from books. Very average flexibility here from a male athlete, average mobility, but we're working on it and have some fun. Maybe we'll get better throughout the years. But this one's for Kyle L, Ben W, Canada, Jake P, Mike H, Tom B, Evan M if you're down for it, Zach S, Cash G definitely, who else? Chase Z, Logan W, Joe B, Lake L, Scout K, whoever else is watching. Let's give it a shot here. All right, split stance. Half kneeling, excuse me, already screwing up names. I have no idea. Half these names here, man, I couldn't even tell you, but we'll make things up as we go. The movement's what counts. Just go back and forth between flexing and extending. Just add a little twist. Pretty much anytime we twist, just try to get it through your upper back. Don't pull on your front of your shoulder, just think about that. Switch sides. Oh my God. It's probably like 110 degrees where I'm at right now, but hot yoga is the best. Where I talk about different guys, where they're at. Kyle L, kid's off to a hot start. You brought this up to me today, like you wanted yoga stuff, so you gave me the idea. But kids off to a hot start, pitching in who knows what league, but seems legit, and at least it's baseball, getting innings in. It's been too long, so it's definitely important that guys keep throwing. They'll get shocked when they come back in the fall. All right, let's get wide here. Let's go back and forth. Canada's up in Canada right now. It just went above 40 degrees, so that's good there, right? And Haynes is dealing with the same thing. But the kid's been waking up at like 4 a.m. to go to the run at the beach and setting up live at bat days, so that's awesome. Pitch and stretch. Let's go out and then do some breathing. If I screw up any of these poses, feel free to comment what I screwed up, because I probably am going to screw up a lot, but it's better than nothing. We got Tommy Baggett's playing in a glorified men's league. Kid's getting better, seeing some good pitching, getting ready for the Black Sox when they come to Pennsylvania. We got Cash Gladfelter, man. The kid's trying to become a pitcher. It's pretty awesome. I'm thinking there's definitely 96 in you. All right, let's go. This leg's kneeling, this leg's out. I'm stretching my adductor, my groin. I'm just walking it out. Walking back in here, squeezing my left glute. Chase Z down in North Carolina, same spot you were last year. Kid's got the setup. Chase was just telling me his hitting coach is awesome, former Yankees hitting coach. So that'll be cool for him to learn. Really hope you guys can just find some summer league to play in. Not sure if the Perky League at home's playing on time. I heard they were supposed to start in the fall, which wouldn't help us at all, but any baseball is good baseball. We got Joe Barbera working 17-hour days, a couple days a week. Kid's a gamer. That's what it's all about. long work days build good work ethic, build your wallet, build good work ethic. I think it translates to college baseball. All right, let's get up wide here. All right, so I'm like just doing heel raises. So I'm wide, my knees are out, and I'm just rising up and down. Let's go plank. Just hold this for a little bit. Press through your pointer finger. Left foot to the sky. Kick it through, hold it. Left foot to the sky. Bring it through. Hold this. Stiff back leg. Back heel off the ground. And sit into this front leg then. Back up. Straighten it. Back down. Left foot back. You got Lake Lloyd. Kid's basically in the military. Kid's a gamer. Oh, I didn't kick through. Let's kick through there. Kick right leg back. Knee through. Right leg back. Hold it. Straighten that right leg. Back down. Straighten it. Back down. Let's do a push-up. Vinyasa. Drive your heel to the ground here. Keep breathing. Logan W, what are you up to, man? You gotta call me. Who knows who that kid is? Oh. All right, do another push-up. Left leg through. Take your left hand, bring it in, stretch out that groin. Try to get the elbow as close as you can to the ground. Then rotate. Back down. Make sure before we do this, probably should have mentioned this first, but like jump rope, do some jumping jacks, get your heart rate up, get warm. Try to do it in a hot environment, which is not hard right now. Push up, vinyasa again. Keep those knees off the ground right here. Another push up if you want. Really like a reverse shrug. Drive those heels back into the ground. Left leg through. Arms up. Oh my God, this mat is hot. Go here. Really lean into that left leg now. Straighten it. Lean back into it. Arms back up. Come back. Evan Moore just drove across or down the East Coast. Well, I should say he flew down to Florida, drove his car back up, brought some stuff up. Looks like he's gonna be in the port for a while, so hit him up. Straighten that right leg. Back down. Arms up. Back down. All right, one more time here. Push up. Another push up. Left leg through. Come up. Lift it up. So my hands are facing straight forward, my back leg straight back. right hand to the ground, and we're gonna turn back down. It's okay if you fall, just get back in your position. Arms up, come up, same thing, hold this for a little bit. Left hand to the ground, and then open up to that same side of the legs on. Back down. All right, good. Let's get on both knees here. Left forearm on the ground, right arm behind your back. We're just gonna open up to the sky and breathe. Lumbar locked rotation test. Switch. Oh, excuse me, you should sit back, take your glutes to your heels here. You got Sim starting a business, big time financial advisor. This will help you, Zach, if you're still watching. Let's go. Left leg straight out. We're on the ground. So right leg's tucked here, and I'm gonna just take my right arm over my head as I grab my left foot with my left arm, stretching out my upper back. Keep the chin tucked. I mean, if we do nothing else here, it's good to breathe. Just do breathing and be mindful. Can't hurt. Don't worry about not being the most flexible in the world. We're not all crazy ballerinas that are super hyper mobile. Stand up. Come down here. Pressing my left elbow into my thighs, pressing my right hand into my left hand. Switch. Oh, Ben W. Just talked to Ben W. Kid might be going up the ship a little early to hold camp if you're interested in getting your butt kicked for a month straight out the football field, running upstairs, jumping upstairs, dragging stuff. I mean, pushing cars probably, so hit him up. I'll probably be at ship September 1st, maybe earlier, who knows. Spread our feet wide, toes out a little bit. Just going to one side at a time. You can look at your hand here. Really giving that T-spine some love, stretching out those lats. Switch. Ooh, Matt Ryan, you're the project, man. Matt Ryan, we're gonna figure you out this year. Caleb, Sophie, good big things are happening up at Skook Throwing. We're here. Excited to see you at ship. All right, just go down here, be relaxed. Inhale and touch your toes, exhale up. Oh, I already feel better. On your back. Let's go. Legs up. Just gonna lower one at a time. Head back. 5 with each leg. can't count, man. I always start doing stuff I can't count unless I like really focus on it. So always do one more. So if you're not sure, always make sure you do 6 if you're supposed to do 5. Drive your low back on the ground and don't cut reps. Don't cut reps ever. Okay, so a little cradle action here for some groin love. So my feet are a little bit outside of my knees and I'm just rocking back and forth. Low back on the ground. Some manual dead bugs. So taking my right hand to my left leg as I do a dead bug with the other side. Do 5 here. Low back driving to the ground. Switch. I think it's important that like you guys are, and myself included, we're always working, we're in class, we're studying, we're doing whatever on our phones, playing video games, in the weight room, listening to heavy music and getting after it and throwing around heavy weights. But you do yoga for like 30 minutes a week, it'll be good calming time where there's like nothing else is going on. So definitely stick with it. Get on all fours here. Take your hands a little bit farther out from your shoulders. Breathe through your back. We're gonna keep our back rounded here as we breathe in and out. All fours belly lift. Push through your pointer fingers again. We got Noah Inch coming back for a 5th year. I mean, that's a big lefty out of the pen. That's exciting. That's awesome. I'm just going through the whole shit baseball team in my head here. Oh, Higgins. We got Kieran Higgins coming up to CSB here eventually. Hopefully in the next week, maybe the next 2 weeks. Let's go. Take your left foot, bring it to the side of your knee, and just hold a good posture high here. Healthy arms overhead and breathe. I think balance postures are really important. They're underappreciated, especially in the baseball population, when holding your balance, whether it's hitting or pitching or even fielding. Like at certain points, you have to be able to hold it. Even if it's just a split second, you want to stay strong in that split second. Switch sides. This thing's still running. There we go. All right, so split stance again. Back legs off the ground. I'm gonna go through, so my left arm's going through, grabbing my right arm. Then I'm opening up to the sky, opening up away from that leg that's in front. Front hammy should be on fire. Switch. Should have mentioned this earlier. Get a band. If you don't have a band, then we're going to use nothing. A jump rope's good. Got this sturdy band. So the sturdier the better. If it's a band you use in the weight room, that's okay too. We're just trying to get some more dynamic effort out of our hamstrings. So I'm bending this left leg here. Just going back and down. Up and down with my right leg. Try to keep this pelvis on the ground. We don't have to fly up, bring our glutes off, our hips off. Keep it there, do 10 each side. Shout out to Bella M for this one and Ship Cross Country. It's been a lifesaver. Switch. Just come up and sit like we're sitting in kindergarten here. At first, press your elbows into your knees. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Now take your hand and start walking forward as far as you can. Hold that position and breathe. Five breaths there. Let's go side lying or side bend. You can take that right arm, my right arm here to the ground, the forearm to the ground. Just gets my right oblique a little bit more, as well as my left T-spine. Remember, we're breathing through everything. If you can't get down there without hiking your knee up, that's fine. Just keep your hand on the ground. Now we're gonna bridge. I think this is the bridge, right? Yeah. We're gonna bridge up, squeeze those glutes and hamstrings. Take one leg out, keep that butt up, and just go back and forth here with your leg 5 times. Come down, switch. Now my hands here are facing away from the camera. Toes are facing forward. Just coming up into a table. You know what? I correct myself there. Point your fingers the same direction as your toes, whatever feels better on your shoulders. And then here's optional. You can, this is advanced, but if you can do this, hold this for a few breaths. Even lift one leg up. Not happening. Take your right leg, bring it above your, or right above your left knee. Hold it there. Take this hand and just push against that knee, getting your IT band. Take that opposite arm overhead if you want. Make sure your low back is continuing to stick into the ground. Switch. Nothing too taxing here. Got a couple ideas from P90X Yoga, but not a ton. Change it up a little bit. I think P90X Yoga is really, really tough. If you're lifting, you're playing, you're running sprints, you probably want a little bit easier yoga. I mean, it's a great option. It's also an hour and a half long, so might lose some of your attention spans. Bring your feet together here. Let's go back and forth. If you have a stability ball with you, you can put your feet on that. Try to keep your torso facing forward as your legs go. Little anti-rotation action. Knees together. So now just lay like this, knees bent, low back continuing to hug the ground. We're just going over into shoulder flexion, touching those thumbs to the floor. Come back up. Inhale up, hold it, and exhale on your way back. You can even bring your hands all the way back to the other ground. Baseball yoga. Wow, we're throwing in CSP ideas here in the yoga. I mean, we might be on to something. All right, so now get on all fours. I'm gonna go one arm at a time, and I'm just gonna go up and out, reach around and rotate, and come back down. Little serrated slider. Don't come down too aggressive. Feel that scap move up and then around the rib cage. A little bit of elevation here at the top, but it really just goes like this. Get around. Do 3 with each side. Just lay on your stomach here. Brace your head and just keeping your quad on the ground. Try to bring that heel to your butt and switch sides. Activate your quads. If you, little core action. This kind of sucks, but I think you've all done it before in programs. So legs straight up in the sky. There's gonna be 3 progressions. One's to here, one's to here, a little higher, and then the third one's to my feet. I'm just gonna hold this for 20 seconds. All right, go a little higher. No clock. We got the sun straight in my eye, man. It's crazy that the sun's like 93 million miles away and it's this fucking bright. All right, well, the highest you can here. Good. Stand up, shake out. This is important. Go half kneeling here. So the left arm's back, right arm's over my head. Three breaths here, won't hold it too long. Let's switch. I think your throwing side, when your throwing side is down, it's a lot harder. You can barely touch. All right, now arms forward. Set your butt back to your heels. And breathe. All right, we got pails and rails. So my left leg here is kind of bent, hidden back. I'm up on my right side. First pail, I'm just gonna press that knee through the heel for a few seconds. And then rail, I'm gonna push my knee forward so they go towards my toes into more of a dorsiflexion position. And you can hold this one a little longer, it's probably more important. Ocker, this is good for you too. I don't think we've mentioned you. Kid's a stud. Hoyles, you should probably do this, you know. Switch. Pails again, knee through the heel. Higgins, Connor Higgins, definitely do this. Big kid, big strong kid, gotta be flexible. So after all this, we're gonna try to do a split. Ogren, I mean, he just ran like 250 miles, so I think this would definitely help. I mean, you already hit nukes off little though, so I don't know. You seem pretty good. All right, let's try to do a split. So I'm not gonna get anywhere close, but I'm just gonna get really wide here, touch the ground, do this for a little bit. You can put your arms back. Arms through. All right, now let's split stance. Let's go as wide as we can. And straighten that front leg. Hamstring should definitely feel when you straighten it out. Let's switch. Try to be a little more careful than I was there getting out of that stance. Straighten that front leg out. Good. Just stand up here. I'm gonna do calf raises. Now here, calf raise as I go up to the sky. Look up to my hands. When this is over, get a lacrosse ball, foam, get the lacrosse ball on the bottom of your feet, go back and forth, get your Achilles, get your calves. It's mentioned in the foam rolling video, but it's good to keep doing it. Let's get down here. Just take my forearm, my fingers are facing my knee, and I'm just stretching out my forearm here. Focus on your middle finger. Then you can go out a little bit with your fingers. Going forward, fingers facing the camera. Do that on the non-throwing side too. All right, just gonna hold my wrist here and do circles. Go both ways 5 times. Last big one here. I'm gonna do some cars, some leg cars. Just go up, around, really feeling that hip. Come down. Try to keep my pelvis parallel with the floor. Some hip cars. Keep a nice 90-degree angle in my leg. Come back. Good. Switch sides. So forward first. Out. Get out around. Turn over. Doesn't look perfect, but you might be able to make it look better. You get the gist of it. Ryan Fitzpatrick and prime potential. Throw some yoga in your basketball workouts. Jake Zoller. Oh, we haven't even mentioned Jake Zoller yet. You definitely need this, man. Should do 2 with each side. Give your neck some love. So put your head down, then look over to the side a little bit, and then grab it and take it diagonally. Feel back here. Other arm behind your back. So same side. Head down, grab it by the side, pull it. Be very gentle, very, very, very gentle. Switch. So head down, look to a 45-degree angle, pull it that way, gently. Reset, head down, pull it to the side gently. Give me some chin tucks then. So try to keep your back of your head. Like, imagine a wall, keep pressing on it. Alright, so getting the pretzel again. Actually, one more thing here. So get back in the pigeon pose. Actually not pigeon, excuse me, the 90-90 position here, as we would go like this. Get here and just reach to the other side. Feel back in this hip and TFL. 5 each side. And switch. All right, good job. Now, if you made it through this far, you're definitely a winner. Definitely a winner. Sit like you're in second grade, and we're just gonna visualize whatever you have to work on. Maybe you're a pitcher and you need to locate your slider better on the outside corner. Let's do that. Maybe you're a position guy. You're an outfielder who has to work on coming through ground balls. Or if you're like me, you got to work on getting bunts down in like game-changing situations that you just need to get it down for your team. So whatever it is, if you're a catcher who has to frame an inside fastball, you can go through multiple things. Just go through that in your head and take a minute and breathe while you see it. Don't forget about the little things. One more.